Hello. This is my day. I couldn't be more excited. Drum roll, please. They found the pieces of shit that killed Aiden Liam. They found the motherfuckers. It was no easy task, I may add, because none of you on YouTube even covered it. I lived up until today in California. I'm not really here yet, but I'm here. I am now in Nevada. I am in Las Vegas. Up until yesterday afternoon, they hadn't found these motherfuckers yet that killed that kid in the backseat of his mom's car going up the 55 north 2 weeks ago. Gonna be it would have been 3 weeks Friday. But they found them. Oh, and then they have a $1 billion bond. They were driving, I don't know. I heard bits and pieces. I've heard different things. I haven't listened to all the interviews because, I've been on the road. Some of us work really hard to move. So I'm super duper excited that they busted some people, and the guy's scared. He's like, scared. So then we have this other little kid in Las Vegas that ended up on a road in Clark County, courtesy of Las Vegas Metro PD, found by a hiker on a road, on a hiking trail, that's been laying in the mortuary or in the morgue for the better part of 11 days. And now they've state claimed to connect the dots because the FBI don't play any kind of games with anybody's bullshit, especially when it comes to kids. And the mom's on the run, and they have a license plate and a car description, and she's from Sacramento. What? Again, are people just... I can knock on my screen. Are we just going to start stealing and killing again? What is wrong with the possession of words of people that don't understand that they need to stop killing their kids? Why? You had the kid in Houston die of blunt force trauma to the head, laid up in a bathtub, that then landed up in a baggie, that they might have called it a Ziploc baggie, and then they put them in a black with a yellow lid. Everybody's seen those totes all over Home Depot, Lowe's, Walmart. They're everywhere. You can buy them at, for $6.99, whatever they are. And then put a kid inside of one of those, and then taped it and zip tied it and all the things, and then put it in a storage. What? And then, again, for the kids in the back coming in late, why are we killing these kids? Has this lockdown really fucked your mental status up? Check yourself into the padded room. I just commented on your post. Yeah, you did. But I don't understand. Like today, I was in California. I met with movers. We packed up a truck. I drove like a semi-truck driver all the way over to Nevada for my second time in 24 hours. Yep, that's called man skills. Because a whole nother department of disaster. Okay, to get my driver's license in Nevada, they had to trace why you've changed your name 3 times. Because I got married? Well, we need your marriage certificate. Who owns those? Like, you get them on the day you get married, and then you file them away, and then, like, you move, and you're like, why am I keeping this? I'll never need it. I'll never get a divorce. My ass, you don't. So, when you move to Nevada, because I need to, like, get with the program, get on it, they need all of them. So, yesterday, Monday, today's Tuesday, me and my friend Lisa, we drove from Laughlin, where I stayed all weekend, that's where she lives, drove to Las Vegas, downtown, went by Marty Nicholson's Not Memorial no more, cleaned up, painted, the whole thing's gone. Went over there, got the marriage license. I was like, who'd you marry? I'm like, wait, I've only been here once. She's like, who'd you marry? And I told her, and she's like, oh, it would have been your 35th wedding anniversary. What? Yeah. I was like, gee, thanks. So we left. We went over the Maury Nicholson's. What was the memorial? It's gone. It's gonzo. So that kind of made me mad and sad at the same time. So then I drove from Las Vegas to California. While driving, I had to make an appointment for San Bernardino, the other two marriages that I had. They also needed my marriage certificates, and they are packed in a van that's not getting unloaded until Thursday in a truck. So, of course, I had to make quick work of making sense of ordering new ones. And, of course, you can't walk into California like you can. It took me longer to park my car and drive from Laughlin to Las Vegas, walk into the marriage license thing, walk into a line that was not a line, the people getting married, which if they had my opinion, they wouldn't have gotten married. But I walk out in 13 seconds. Who'd you marry? Here's your driver's license. $20 cash. Boom, goodbye. It's almost as quick as getting married there. So I had to go this morning after we loaded the truck, drive to San Bernardino, go there, stand in line, had an appointment. They didn't take me until almost 2. I got out of there at 2:05. By the time I got in, and they're like, who'd you marry? When was your anniversary? Okay, help. And then I got those, and then we hit the road. Lisa lives here in Laughlin, and dropped her off for a minute. I'm here at the hotel until Thursday, and then we're going to drive over to Las Vegas and meet the movers to unload the truck that they loaded today, because they're driving a semi, so they just helped. It was a moving company. It was like boop, boop, boop. But this truck, not mine, that truck is also going to Vegas, and they got to unload, and then they'll be at your house to unload your truck, and whambo bambo, and I'll be in. But holy Jesus Louises, like, nothing makes it easy. So Lisa says she's not tired, but she's like, I gotta go down and play bingo. And you can have fun with bingo. And then my other bitch of the day is I get here to Laughlin. It's Tuesday. The pool closed at 8. And I barely made it down there. I was like, I'm gonna sit in the jacuzzi. I've been driving a big old ass truck all day. I need to be like part of the ground. Because even to get out of a semi truck today, it was no easy task. So I said, I'm gonna stay in the room. You can go play bingo. She goes, when I get back, can we go get something like to nibble on or to eat or dessert? Because I ate at like, when we drove through Barstow, I stopped and got gas in the truck, her car, got Del Taco, and we drove back here. And I got back in the room that I checked out yesterday. I was like, I should have just booked it for till Friday, but who says I'm smart? So that's what's going on in my world. It's fast forward stupid. But back to the kids in the back coming in late. We have yet another kid that now has a parent. So make sure y'all cover this story. Mom's on the run. Make sure you got her background. YouTube, don't let me down. You got her name, the car she's driving, where she's supposedly from. Left her kid dead on a trail in Las Vegas. How fast will we find her? The FBI didn't play no games in Orange County. $500,000 reward does talk. It makes a lot of magic happen, because the kid that got shot in the backseat of his mom's car 3 weeks ago Friday was laid to rest yesterday while they announced this arrest was being made. Then you find out the small details. There was 1,000 cars in California that matched that make model. Then they had, just like a CSI TV show, they had to cut down from wrecks or totals. That took it out of the equation. Then painted, or, because I guess they have to register when you wrap your car. I don't know if any cars have been wrapped in that make and model year. No. Who was registered to those cars? And they shrunk the list down to Orange County, LA County, and they came up with 630, and then they eliminated 300, and they were down to 3. 500. And they plucked them one by one by one. Since this kid's died, with no license plate, no number, but a description of an Asian woman, possibly Mexican or black, with a lot of tattoos, while her son lay dying in the back seat. She got that much out. But they slowed her down during all of this chaos. They slowed her down to say, breathe, we know we're going through stuff. They have ways of making you feel comfortable to just, I flipped them the bird, and I looked real quick, and I looked back at my son, and I pulled over. And she got Asian. Lady was an Asian. Mexican or Hispanic or black with a lot of tattoos. He had a shit ton of tattoos. He had like a necklace full of tattoos. So the smallest of details can solve a case. They haven't said if it was a tip or if it was just their investigative technology that paid the dues, but I think if anybody did see that car or heard that description and knew this couple existed, somebody should get that $500,000 because that's no joke money. So they'll probably go through all the tips that led to maybe it's this person. They may have been borrowing a car, like any of that stuff. And when that person came back from vacation, that's what I heard. That person came back from vacation, saw this news conference. So maybe that person called. Or maybe they came to the house and she wasn't there because the car was there, but they weren't there. So, knock and pop, sorry, not sorry, we can't find this car. And then somebody said something. So hopefully they pay out that reward. Let's just wind it up. It's 12 minutes into this video. So maybe we should wind up the Orrin and Orson case again and put a little bit more money back behind it. So more people will talk and pop, because for $150,000, $153,000, not people are talking. That's not enough. What's enough? What value do you have on your kids? Apparently they like to be killing them these days. So maybe life expectancies of children that aren't going to see 2051 any kind of way won't be an issue because everybody wants to kill them. So maybe people need to start talking about Orrin and Orson again and saying somebody knows something and start rekindling that reward fund to get that little mouse out of its little tiny hole. Because when I go back and listen to that interview over and over and over and over, what part of right around here doesn't piss you off? They could be in one of these houses, but I can't go knock on everybody's door. It's a privacy problem. What? Something like that. Maybe they need to boost that reward. That $500,000 reward that is on the table for Aiden's killer in the backseat of a moving car during a road rage incident is no joke money. And they got it solved in 3 weeks. Less. 14 days. And of that was, yes, there was investigations going on and the shrinking of lists and the kind of like, what was it? Not CSI Miami, LA, with remember the punk rock girl that, well, let's get on the computer. She's like the nerdy one. Yeah. Never underestimate the power of an FBI and or secret department of investigation affairs, because they will find your shit. They will find your shit out. So maybe we need to push for the Orrin and Orson case, because 6, almost 7 months now, it's gone with nothing. Because everybody that's worked in Cal City is gone. All the reporters, all of the people that you guys bugged and borrowed and pissed and whined about for the better part of 90 days, the reporters are gone. They're gone. They're gonzo. The newscast isn't covering shit. Nobody's covering it. I don't even know if Court TV's even mentioned it. They did mention something because they had Roro on. But help. y'all need to get with the program. We had a kid 14 days sitting on a slab. Now they go, oh, mom's missing. Oh, mom has a car. Mom has a registration. She's from Sacramento, and this kid ended up on a dirt path in Las Vegas. Where is that mom? Look how fast she got from here to there. She could be any goddamn where. And they bumped up the reward on that. Everybody needs money of some power. 10,000, 200. I mean, down here at the casino, they're just dropping 20s like it's 50 cents or a dollar or a quarter. Because they all want to win. Let's win some cases to close these cases. Don't just forget about Amari Nicholson. There isn't anything about him on the streets now. Not one poster, not one candle, not one balloon. They're painted over, and now you've forgotten about it. Texas Amber Alert issued. Great. See? I get them all the time. There's an Amber Alert in Texas. Hello, Benny. Benny. Oh, shit. Benny. Get on the Texas Child Alert. It just came over my phone. But let's rekindle, let's revive the Orrin and Orson case, even though it's a crock of shit and everybody knows it. But we need to pump up the volume on that again. We gotta be loud and you gotta be boisterous. I know there's a birthday celebration coming up. Everybody needs to hit the streets and be loud. Be a protest. Be loud. Don't just show up 5 deep. Where were all the people that were all invested in this? Either they're not getting along or they're getting along, but get along to get this place shoveled. Done. Find them. Either way. Just find them. Let's just find them. Let's put more pressure on the current, because a year is going to be here before we know it. And you know what happens after a year? Do you have any idea what happens after a year? Because there's new cases coming all the time that shifts focus, and they aren't. Bakersfield, they have enough on their plate. They would have to outsource it to somebody else. We should get a private investigator on it again. There should be more money offered for a reward. There should be more noise. We're more convinced daily that the kid that died in Dallas, Texas, I'm really tired. I'm seriously tired. Let's go back to the beginning of why we even started back on our YouTube channels. And those that have been on YouTube longer than any of us, you're welcome. Thank you. Thank you. I love you. You're my favorites, because I initially got back onto YouTube because I looked up missing 2 boys out of Cal City. Send. Search. And it came up with a plethora of people that were talking about it. And I followed it. I have been loyal. I haven't been out there. I did go to Amari Nicholson's case. I did hear about this 2 days before anybody even spoke about it. I sent it to 2 people, and now those 2 people aren't even talking. And now Amari Nicholson is even forgot about. I had a lady yesterday, while I was on the phone with another YouTuber, tell me, what are you doing there? So apparently now there's a camera on that gate, because she came out of there. She came from Seagulls and said, what are you doing there? We're going to paint that fence in a couple, probably tomorrow. What? Who put this lock on here? The FBI did, she says. And they're going to just wipe it. They're going to paint the wall. Boop, 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 we're done. Bad mojo. Not a plant, not a flower, not a bow, not a wrapper, not a candles, a glass, nothing out in front of that hotel. Not a damn thing. Scary. And that lady came in and she popped out of nowhere. She didn't know I wasn't there. Like, I even looked around like, is there cameras on me? Now? Like, all of a sudden, now they work? Where were they working 3 or 4 weeks ago? It's kind of scary, right? that because something happened, now they're going to activate their cameras that haven't been activated in over 2.5 years. That's amazing to me. That's downright stupid. I mean, she popped out of nowhere. She's like, boop. And I was on the phone. And he can back it up. He was on the phone with me. He's like, recorder. I'm like, I don't want to be on camera. I'm like, okay, Karen, knock it off. But I turned my camera just enough. I said, you're not going to record. She's like, are you sure? I'm like, no, but no. And he's like, what is she saying? I said, she's telling me I can't record her. He's like, record her anyway. So, just so you know, the Amari Nicholson is a wash. They have officially covered it up. It is donezo. There's more about the shooting that happened, 6-7 years ago in Las Vegas? And that whole memory park probably won't be there very long. Because they're remodeling downtown. Like, that part. The roads are all trash. Anyway, I'm going to go. It's 9:20. She's going to be up here any minute with her bingo non-story. And I didn't get on at all. That sucks. But whatever. Anyway, I'm probably going to go to bed. But you guys have a fantastic Tuesday. Taco Tuesday for those that do join. And nachos and cheese for those that just say, I'm half Mexican. So, bye.